this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver, and good morning, Fizzy Elephant. The plan for today is to teleport over to my funland, where we're hopefully, emphasis on the hopefully part of this sentence, hopefully gonna finish building my temple track minigame. And we did a pretty nice start in the last episode. We got all of let's be honest, because the old episode's over now, and I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the old episode was a bit boring because it was a big area of sandstone that we placed down. But that was laying out the template for today's episode, where we can do all of the fun decorations and the pits of water, and basically get everything mechanically done that we need to play the mini game. So sorry if you're watching these out of order and haven't seen the last episode yet. Anyway, right then, let's go and eat my eggy cake, I guess, for breakfast. Num 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 num. Very tasty. Pardon me, you can stand up and you can join me. And of course, before we do everything that I just said that we're going to do, I am going to go down to add someone to the love garden. Basically, in case you don't know what's going on around here, I always add someone to the love garden at the beginning of an episode, just because they've done anything nice to me. And I get a lot of questions about, how do I send stuff to you and stuff. Basically, anywhere I got a chance to see it. Mainly my Facebook page is where I find most things, but also sometimes on Twitter, and I guess they're the two main places I guess. So anyway, this person was sent to me on Facebook. Well, not this person, but this picture of these people was sent. And it's Jack and Charlie that I'm adding to the love garden today. And that's because they made a Stampy train, which is, well, it's made out of a cardboard box. Let's be honest. I remember doing this when I was young as well, making cardboard box trains. But I never made a Stampy one back then because Stampy didn't really exist back then. So thank you so much for doing that, Jack and Charlie. And welcome to my love garden. Right then, Barnaby, you can follow me and we can go and sit you down in the doghouse. I will then choose a new doggy companion to join us throughout the episode. And as I said, teleporting straight off to the funland to get everything ready for the final in the trilogy of my temple mini games. Not necessarily going to be the last one, but I'm probably going to leave a bit of a bigger gap before I do the next one. And Luna, you are going to be the doggy companion that is going to be joining us today. So yeah, you can go and follow me as well. We're of course going to go down to my secret base. I really want to have a better way to enter my secret base. I hate the fact that every episode we just go and swim through the water here. This is meant to be a water elevator to ride your boat out, but yeah, then they changed the way that boats work and now it just doesn't work. But if we do get the aquatic update on Xbox 360, this might work again, because I think if you put magma down here, it makes bubbles and it can lift you up, or soul sand or something. So there might be a way for us to fix this and get it working again, but I won't get my hopes up too much. Anyway, let's go into the teleporter, let's go and press the button, and in no time at all we're going to be at the funland. Right then, I think I should be just about at the funland now, so let's go and open up my double doors, and we can go and run. Well, I guess we'll run over Temple Trap in order to get to Temple Track. Oh, I'm going to get confused all the time. I'm never going to say the right one. I'm always going to accidentally say Temple Trap instead of Temple Track, and they're too similar. That's the reason why I like it. That's the reason I decided to keep this game in the same style. It just kind of works so well. So right then, this is kind of what we got done in the last episode. So basically everything we built in the last episode was wrong. Well, it wasn't all wrong. Some of it was right, but I kind of made this area too small. So basically it didn't go far out in this direction enough. So I've made it a little bit bigger. So the dimensions I said were right in the last episode for all of these areas, but just this bit here should be 41 blocks along. And I think it was 4 blocks too short. Basically from when I was doing it in my sketchbook world, I got confused by, I think I counted from where the game starts, not from where the path starts or something. Basically, it doesn't matter how I got it wrong, but I got it wrong, but it's now been fixed. So we should be all good to go in order to get everything else done. So first things first, I'm going to go and do the starting areas. Actually, no, first things first, I'm going to add one of the point areas. So there's going to be one place where you can score a point right at the very back of the base down here. And it's going to be only a 1-pointer. The brown ones are going to be 1-pointers. So just as a reminder of the game, you're going to be going around in the minecart, placing down tracks, and then you're going to place down either an activator or a detector rail on the wall in order to score a point. So basically, if you did this, you would score 1 point if you're on the activator rail side. So yeah, this is going to be sneaking at the back here. And then there's going to be a pit of water here. And then above that, kind of raised up slightly, is going to be the starting area. So let's start off by kind of building the pit here. So basically, we're going to cut off the corners. And then these bits are going to be 5 by 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then once again, cut off the corner and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this should, assuming that I've all linked it up correctly. There we go. This should all link up perfectly. So this is going to be a pit of water. So kind of as I said in the last episode, the great thing about using water is if you go to place down a minecart track inside of the water, basically the track immediately just goes and gets destroyed, and then it can be picked up again. So it's basically a way to stop you from kind of ending up doing any mistakes or anything. So right then, let me start off by building the part that's going to be raised off. So of course we're going to be building out of sandstone because pretty much everything we're building here is going to be made out of sandstone. But we're going to add a bit more decoration just to kind of keep it in the same style as the rest of the temple game. So I'm going to make some of this smooth sandstone. I don't want to make too much because I'm going to run out of the normal sandstone. But yeah, I'm also going to make some of the chiseled sandstone, which you make by just making them into half slabs. And then we can kind of come up with some sort of decoration or pattern out of these. So, all right then. This is going to go across here like this, and then this is going to be like gradually sloped up. So I think we're going to go back to about here, and then I'm going to go one more, and then this is going to be one higher like this. Basically, we need room for a decoration, and then we also need some room for the actual minecart tracks, which are going to be placed down as well. I think I kind of went one too far back here because we just need a more gradual slope down, and then we can go and start placing down some of the tracks. So we're going to have a couple tracks of the power rails, and then one of the normal rails down here, and this is basically where the game's going to end up being started. So basically there is going to be a block on the back here like this, and then do I have a minecart? I mean, I think there was a minecart. Oh, it's gone. There was a minecart down there, but basically I can make another minecart. We are going to need 2 of them for this mini game anyway, so let's go and craft this. So yeah, basically to start the game, you're going to place down the minecart there, and even though it's on a power rail, you can kind of slide forward just rather slowly, and then you'll drop down, and that would be the way that you'd start the game. There's no fancy like starting mechanism. I'm just going to go like 3, 2, 1, go, and then that's going to be the thing that's going to start the game. So yeah, this is basically how the pit's going to be. And now I need to go and try and build my big fancy design. So basically, if you saw, you can just about say, oh, you can actually see it. So you see over the giant cookie. Can I stand up here? You can just about see it. Yeah, there we go. You see that pattern there? That is the pattern we're going to do. The orange thing behind it. That is going to be the style that we're going to do. Just because that's kind of what I'm doing on all of these games. So how high is that? So that's 2. I think I need to go up by 3 to start with. Let me just go and place down this here, so I'll be able to jump up. So if I go up by 3, because then it will go up by 2, and then this bit's going to go along here. It's actually like a really simple shape to build, even though it looks quite fancy. Then you just build a box, and then you do, I think bunny ears is the best way to describe what you end up doing at the top there, like that. I have built this pattern quite a few times now, so I'm getting quite good at being able to build it pretty quickly. So yeah, there we go. That is the pattern. So it's going to be the red team against the yellow team. Oh, man, and that's just embarrassing. There I was saying, yes, I'm getting quite quick at building this pattern now, and I turn around and then the helpers have already finished building it before I have. So right then, what I need to do now is we need to fill in the rest of the pit. So as I said, it is going to be filled in with water. And even though it is going to be filled in with water, I don't want to just have dirt underneath it because it's just a bit ugly and it doesn't really fit in. So seeing as this is the red side, I thought I was going to have a red wall underneath the water here. And then on the other side, we can have, of course, yellow wall underneath the water on that side. And then basically that's just going to kind of mark that these are the pits of either side. It doesn't really matter like which side you go on. It's not really like, oh, this is the red side and that is the yellow side. Basically, all that matters is this is the area that you start from, and then the second that you've actually kind of started the game properly, you can go absolutely anywhere that you want to inside of the game. And oh, Fizzy, while you're here, I've run out of red wall. If you've got any spare red wall on you, can you place down the last, like, I think there's like 5 more blocks or 3 more blocks I had to place in, and then I ended up running out. There we go. That's the entire thing filled in. And then I got some buckets of water. Oh, you take it away, Fizzy. You take it away. So yeah, there we go. That's going to be how the starting pit's going to be there. I don't know if I'm going to add all of it now, but basically throughout the game as well, we're going to be adding in glowstone in the floor. The reason that is not glowstone. That is a sandstone block that I immediately broke away and then put straight back down again. For no benefit for anyone. But yeah, basically there's going to be sandstone all over the floor. Two reasons. One, if there was torches on the floor, it means that you couldn't place a track on it. You can place tracks on glowstone. I just had to double check that. I basically just checked that for myself because I'd be panicking if you couldn't. Yeah, so one, it means the torches, you couldn't place it down. And also it once again fits in with the style that we had with all of the other temple mini games that we've been building. So right then, that's the way that's going to be there. And then I now need to count along by 9 blocks by 6 blocks to work out where the next pits of water is going to be. So if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I believe the next one should be starting here and will be in line with this glowstone. There's kind of like weird, almost random shapes that we have around here. So I'm kind of just going as we go along. So now there's going to be a little point there, and then this bit is going to stretch forward by 9 blocks. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this is going to basically make a big square. And so these pits of water are basically just to kind of be like obstacles, and also just to break up you being able to get all of the points way too quickly, because in the very middle here and in the middle of that there's going to be another point that you can capture. And then on the other side over here, there's going to be the exact same thing. So we're going to go across by 3, and then there's going to be another one after that there. And then once again on the other side over here. And so if the pits of water weren't there, you could just get your minecart track and you just go like in one big line and capture them all up. Having these pits means that you can kind of have to go and go all the way around and basically make it way, way harder for you to be able to capture them all, which is kind of the point. It's meant to be a challenge. If it was too easy, then it would be boring. So yeah, there's going to be another pit here in the same style. So let's just kind of line this up. It's always easier once you've done the first one, because all of the rest of them you can kind of just line up with that one just to make it much, much easier. And you can see my help is going back and forth, kind of using my one as a template. Like, as long as it's the same on every side, then it will end up being fair. It doesn't really matter exactly the way that these are positioned, but I think kind of having them spread out like this. So remember, all of these round ones, these are only going to be worth 1 single point, but there are going to be 2 orange ones in the very middle. Once again, keeping in the same style, and then they are going to be the ones that are going to be worth 2 points each. So they're going to be really valuable to get, but it's going to be very unlikely that anyone's going to be able to get both of them. So does this block mark the very middle? It does. So in the very middle here, well, there's going to be a fountain for one thing. So tell you what, let's build the fountain first, and then I can kind of start lining everything else up from that fountain. So let's go and just place this down. I guess I can do kind of a pattern like that. Should be fine. And then there, this is going to be a water fountain. Once again, there is going to be a pit of water around the outside of it, and this is going to be basically doing the exact same purpose that the other pits of water have been doing, and basically breaking up the game. So these ones, they need to be 3 blocks wide, and then once again kind of sloped in a little bit in the corner, just like that. And then what we can do in the water is also just add some glowstone. So I might actually add some glowstone in the one down there a little bit later on, but for now we can just go and add in some glowstone down here. And seeing as this is the very middle one, I'm just going to fill the floor in with sandstone, but the rest in this area, these ones are going to have orange under the pits, and then these ones down here, as you can see, they already almost do, are going to have a brown inside of the pits there. And they're all just going to have like little columns in, and we can start adding some banners in. Once again, just to kind of add in the same sort of decoration, that we have in all of the other pit games. So let's just go and fill in the rest of this sandstone here. And then I can just place 1 bucket of water over the top, which will give us a nice endless fountain and kind of a nice centerpiece for the very, very middle of the game. They also are quite good because they also break up the line of sight a little bit, but not completely. So basically it means at the very beginning, you might not be able to see exactly where the other player is going. Because if you imagine you're starting like coming down this way and they're doing the same, you can kind of see them through the water and stuff, but you can't see them perfectly. So that's why the fountain there also works out pretty nicely. And then we are going to go and add in the big ones, the ones that get you 2 points. So these ones are going to be orange wool. I will place 1 down there, and then we'll have another gap of 2, and this is going to be where the start of the very big pits of water are going to be. And then we do the same here. We go by 2, we place the orange by 2, and then once again this is where the very big start is going to be. So this one, we need to go across by 5. So if I go 2 either side of the middle one, and then this one's going to be really simple because basically we just go diagonally across here and kind of make like a big triangle, and we go almost right to the very, very edge. So this section here is only going to be 1 block wide. So there is another point down there, which we put down in the last episode, but it means that to get to it, there's only really one route because you can't really ever backtrack on yourself because you're going to like basically have one continuous track. If you tried to like turn around and go back the way you came, you're always just going to end up right at the very like spawn of where you started, which isn't going to be very useful, which means to get this one, you're going to have to go this way, you're going to have to get it, and then you're going to kind of have to go out the other way. So this one's always going to be the most risky one to go for, but it could be very much so worth it if everyone's gathered out all of the other points and maybe you're behind or you know, maybe you're drawing and you want to get a lead. That's when this one's going to end up being really, really important. But as you can see, there's going to be one very thin trail leading to it, and then underneath here we need to break away all of this dirt, and then this is once again going to have the orange wall underneath it, just to keep in the rest of those stars, and we can kind of add a bunch of decorations and add some banners in and stuff. So yeah, let's just go and get all of that added in now, and I'll speed up the video as I go and fill in the bottom of these bits, otherwise it might get really boring. Right then, so that's all. I was just about to say this one completely filled in, but I missed 1 block. So let's go and fill that in down there. So as you can see, at the moment it's like kind of overly bright and like really, really orange. But of course, when we have the water, you're not going to be able to see the orange very much. It's just a bit better than seeing the horrible dirt on the underneath there. William has done a great job getting all of these filled in, and Fizzy as well has been helping out a lot doing the ones over there. So one other big thing, which I haven't really mentioned before, is down on this side here, there's going to be a really long trail of power rails, and so these power rails are going to be here from the start. No one is ever going to be placing down power rails as they're playing. These are just going to be here all of the time, and as you saw earlier, you can get across them. It is a little bit slower, but it's probably going to be slightly quicker, even though it's slower than placing the carts yourself. Actually, it's probably about the same, but basically what this means is there's always going to be one route where you can get from one side to the other, and as I said, if it ends up being quicker, or if you're running out of power rails or something, this is always just going to be an option to get to one side to the other. So whereas this side has the bonus point, this just kind of has one route, which probably won't be used too much, but it's just going to be there as just kind of another option. And I realize I have 2 spare power rails, which is going to be perfect just to fill in these last couple up here. So one of the other decorations that I'm going to be adding in, as I mentioned, is basically the columns coming up here, and then a bunch of banners that are going to be on the top of them, just like all of the other temple games. So let's go and make a bunch of sticks, and then let's go and make myself some banners. So luckily they're going to be like really easy banners, so I don't need to like worry about doing any complicated design. So I need to make some more sticks. So I need 8 of the orange ones, and then I think like 16 of the brown ones, just because there's a lot more brown pits. So let's just go and make a bunch of these sticks, and my stuff is going everywhere. Let's throw away this egg for starters. Will be a nice way to begin clearing out my inventory. Then I might make a chest just to store some of this stuff in, because I got like so much like extra stuff that I'm not even going to need today. So let's go and put some of this spare sandstone in there. I got like loads of dirt on me for some reason. I don't know why I'm carrying around a bunch of dirt in my pocket. So let's go and get rid of that, and then let's go and make ourselves these banners. So as I said, I need I've run out of the orange wool. I didn't run out of sticks. I made loads of sticks, but I ran out of orange wool. So hopefully my helpers. Oh, look at that. I just say it and it just appears. And would you look at that? I ran out of diamonds and cake and puppies. No, okay. I get cookies. Cookies are okay. It's not my favorite, but I guess I will have to settle for cookies. Right, anyone, go grab some of these banners if you want. There's some brown ones here, and then here are some orange ones as well. Right, someone wants to grab them, and then you can start doing one side. I'm going to go and start making a few more of these orange ones. And yeah, let me show you how these are going to be. So basically, in the middle of all these areas, there's just going to be columns that are going to be poking out of the top. I guess I'll do this one down here, and then we're just going to go and stick with the same pattern. So I guess we can do the smooth sandstone, chiseled, and then smooth sandstone, which generally seems to be the pattern that I've been doing. And then around the outside, we can just go and place down a bunch of these banners around the top there like that. Once again, just kind of breaking up so you won't always be able to see exactly where the other player is. But mainly they're just here for decoration. Like I'm kind of like making up that gameplay option afterwards as if I'm like really smart and that was the plan all along. Nah, they just look pretty. They just look pretty. That's the real reason. So let me go and make a few more of these brown banners. I think I do have enough of the brown wool to make at least a couple more of these, and I can go and place them down there like that, and then one down here like this, and then I have enough chiseled sandstone actually, and then I need to do one roughly in the middle here. Is that the middle? I think that's about the middle. So yeah, we can then do... Oh no, that doesn't want to be chiseled. That needs to be a normal one, and then the next one needs to be a chiseled one. So let's try and keep track of where I placed it. So whoop! The water kind of pushed me around then. So yeah, smooth stone, chiseled, and then smooth stone again. And then I can go and place down banner, 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 and banner. And so yeah, this is how all of these areas are going to be. And then what we can do under the water is basically go and start adding in some of this glowstone just to keep these areas lit up, because as you can see there are no walls around the outside of the area, and there's very little to give you any protection from the googly. So we are going to be very reliant on having all of this glowstone, and I don't have shears on me. I guess I can make some shears. Let me just go and craft some shears quickly so I can go and break away the water to go and put these down here. So yeah, the good thing about having it kind of under the water here is, you know, it doesn't stand out too much, but we are going to have to spread out some of this this glowstone around just the surface of the area anyway, just to keep it all nicely lit up. And hopefully when you're going around in your minecart very slowly, you're only going to have to be worrying about getting points in the opponent and not like creepers blowing up the entire game as well, because even though that might sound fun, it would be annoying having to completely rebuild the game after every time we play it, because the entire thing has been blown into a pile of rubble. And as you can see, oh, my helpers have put a bunch of the glowstone all over the playset already, which is very, very handy. So yeah, this is pretty much the way the game's going to be. I kind of want to do like a bit more of an example of the way it's going to be played, so you can have a good idea. So let's say I am on this side over here, and I got my rails, and let's say I'm on the detector rail team. So as I said, you're going to start up on the top here, and so I guess the first thing you're going to want to do is get straight to the middle. So I'd say 3, 2, 1, go. You'd slide your way forward until you're on the ground, and then you can either kind of place a few ahead of you like this and then go, but the best thing is to keep moving. So look at this. As I go, I can just be placing the tracks in front of me, so that would be 1.4 for me there, and then I really quickly want to get to the next one. Let's try and turn. Oh, I'm doing so well. I'm doing so well. And oh, look at this. Okay, I'm turning, and okay, I made a bit of a mess there, but I'm recovering it. And then once I get, oh, steady on. I'm making a bit of a mess. I'm going the wrong way. It won't let me turn. Go this way. Go the other way. How do I make it turn around? Yeah, so I was going well until I got to there. Look, this was like the worst way to do it, because look, I got really, really close to doing it, and then just as I was about to get to the one that gives me 2 points, that was the time that I messed up. So you don't have to go over the points. That's the important thing to remember. Like from here, I could like place down this detector rail on there, and then like switch this around, and then like maybe go back to go and get that one over there. And so I could place like quite a few ahead of myself, and then try and go forward like this. And let's see if I can turn. Oh yes, that was good. Oh, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. And then I messed it up a little bit at the end, but still, that was pretty fast. I'm doing good here. I am doing good. And then I could say, right, let's loop around this way and go to the power rails and get to the other side. So yeah, this would be the track that I made. Of course, I'm doing it by myself, but at the same time, there'd be someone else doing the exact same thing over here, and then they might have gone to the same 2 point here and might have been fighting for it, or they might have tried to like go down and get this side, or I could have gone to the other side. There will be many different options and many different strategies, but I don't want to kind of play around too much before we do the tournament. I always like to kind of discover what all of those strategies and stuff are going to be. And oh, yeah, you guys can grab some more of these rails if you want to go and have a bit of a play around going around the area. But yeah, the game is done. We finished building it, so I can probably add a bit more glowstone on the floor. But apart from that, I think everything is going to be ready to go for us to be able to have our temple track tournament. And that is exactly what we're going to be doing in the next episode. So as always, there'll be a link in the description to the next episode if you want to go and watch the tournament now, of course, assuming that it is online. But apart from that, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!